Welcome back to the Who's at the Gates podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. And let me tell you, it has been a while. It feels like it's been 40 days and 40 nights, and we've been out in the wilderness during her absence. But let me tell you, this was a long time coming. I promised, and I promised, and I promised, and I'm glad that I'm finally able to deliver the woman who does the happy hour without the happy, who went and received a set of golden binoculars before she left from the city because they claimed her the queen of DC sightseeing, the incomparable, and one whose opinion is always needed for this show and is very well loved and appreciated. She has returned, and I can't call it a comeback because she's never left. She's been here for 3 months and 2 weeks. The wonderful Diana.
You're too nice. I'll say thank you so much for holding the show down, because let me tell y'all, it'd be like, we usually record 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I text him like, I don't know, 6:55 Pacific Standard Time, and be like, I don't think I can make it. Just no time at all. And poor Casey would be like, hey, any update on your schedule? And I'm like, I don't know where I am. I don't know what time I'll be home. I don't know what time I'm getting to this hotel. So thank you so much for holding it down. And I watched all the episodes that I, wasn't part of. And for the most part, I think you did I think we would have agreed on most things, except for maybe like 1 or 2 things. But I think your opinion was spot on. But also, that first episode, I was like, not him trying to replace me with AI. I was like, damn, it'd be your own people. Like, not even gone 24 hours. And he's like, yeah, so Elise and me, we're recording. I'm like, who the hell is Elise?
Yeah, I know what you did. And by the way, Gators, t-shirts coming soon that says, Diana, we know what you did. Because she did talk to that Louisiana witch. Because when I tell you, I was like, oh, me and Elise were back and forth, even though Elise didn't follow instructions. Because I said to Elise, I said, I'm going to start, and then I will introduce you to the crowd, and then we'll do our thing. So I'm talking about how Diana's gone during that episode and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, and I'm laughing, and then all of a sudden Elise starts laughing too, and then she jumps into the conversation. I'm like, Heifer, I didn't tell you to come in yet. So she had him out of her own for a second, which it might have been a good thing it didn't work out. True story. But yeah. Go ahead, Diane.
Yeah, here you and I have been talking about like job security, and you're like, you know what? AI can do our podcast. So we just, it's fine. I'm not bitter or anything, but it's fine. But no, thank you so much for holding it down. Yeah. The past few days in DC were really good. Really love the city. Funny enough, I did say, I was like, man, I wish we could really be here for one more day. Like, I think one more day, and I could really just see some things that I just didn't have time for. And lo and behold, they canceled DEI, so my flight got canceled as well. I wouldn't say I'm a frequent traveler, but I've traveled enough, and that's the first time that's ever happened to me. And when I tell you, I was like, you are not putting me on a 10-hour flight with layovers. You are putting me direct. And they were nice enough to extend my stay. They're like, okay, well, we can put you on tomorrow. So I ended up staying there for one more day than I expected, which is good, because I ended up putting a lot in that one extra day. I was like, you know what? I manifested this. I'm going to just live it up. So yeah, DC is a great city. Did not go to Orphegenes though, so maybe next time.
Definitely. Maybe you'll run into Kat. You two can yak it up and attack Eva. So
gladly.
So this episode that we are about to cover, we can get into it. Thank you, Gators, for supporting, for showing up and showing out, because the numbers, there wasn't that huge of a change. In some cases, they were better in some areas too. So I really, really thank you all from the bottom of my heart. We really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and have a great show and get started with Joey and his alleged sister, Heather.
This is my territory.
Well, I didn't come back here for you to give me a tour.
Maybe you should have. Things would run a lot more smoothly for you if you would just loop me in before making any moves. I don't like hitting complications when they can be easily avoided.
Be complications that you have a lot of influence over. A threat dressed up like a favor.
No, I think of it more as sibling guidance.
Do you want to know about my loose end or not?
Yes. I want to know what it is and how much heat it's going to bring on me if I agree.
Wow. There's a reporter. He's nosy and persistent, and he's taking up a hobby of writing pieces about my extracurriculars.
Oh, you must mean the blood plasma theft ring you've been running less than 5 minutes from our nation's capital?
Yeah, that. It's starting to snowball. It was just little local coverage, but now it's getting national attention.
Oh, good for him.
Joey, it's not good for us. He's making connections he should not be making, questions that he shouldn't be asking, and every piece is just one more thread that they can pull.
In other words, his job.
Do you know I have a mole at the FBI, and they're telling me that they're ramping up investigations on the global red market, all because of this little wannabe Anderson Cooper.
And your solution is what? Make him disappear?
Well, I did come back to arrange his demise, personally.
No.
No? Oh, hold on, I'm not even finished yet. Just...
You didn't have to, because you're not going to touch one hair on that reporter's head.
And what if I do?
Okay. I will say that for some people, they're like, oh, why is Joey protecting Smitty? It's because Smitty is married to Martin. And not, even though Joey mentioned, Heather, that Martin is a congressman, that's not the reason. The reason that Joey is protecting Smitty is because Smitty is considered part of Isaiah's family. Because all the Duprees, all of them are considered family, even though Isaiah is Naomi's brother-in-law. With Elon and everything else, all of this stuff connects. And I really feel Joey is holding to his word that I won't do anything to hurt your family. Because if something were to happen to Smitty, that would obviously affect Naomi and Jacob, which would affect Isaiah. So yeah, but then the question becomes, how does Heather get around this? And also, does Isaiah even know about Heather? Because I don't think they've even met yet or had any type of contact. I kind of feel like Joey has kept Heather close to the vest or whatever, just like we'll see something later on. Because I forgot about that. Diana, we need to include that scene to the last scene when old girl meets Vanessa. So, but anyway, let me be quiet. Diana, you got it.
I don't know if it's because of Isaiah. As much as you think he moves heaven and earth, I really don't think it's Isaiah. I think it's just, it might even be Vernon or maybe not Bill, but I think it's more so it's because it's Dupree's and Smitty's a part of that than it is anything to do with Isaiah. Just because it's, you go after one of them and it's so many ripple effects and so many consequences. I think he's just being more careful than anything else. I don't think it's because of Isaiah. Would he hesitate to, do something to them? I don't think so, but this isn't the time. I don't think the stakes are high enough for him to do that. Had it been any other reporter, who knows? But I think it's just because you're right. It's the name, but I don't think it's because it's Isaiah.
Yeah, I keep on thinking about that promise he made Isaiah back probably about 3 weeks to a month ago, where he when they were talking, and I feel like it might have actually been about the red market or something, because Isaiah asked Joey something, and then Joey was like, "No, I would never harm anybody in your family. I never do that." And Joey was very, very clear about that. Now, the other thing could be that Joey wants to use Martin to do his bidding in office. There could be some of that there, but no, that whole Joey Martin relationship or Joey Vernon relationship is, I don't know. That's all I got on that one. I'm just curious Heather will respond, because she doesn't seem like the type to take orders.
She doesn't, but I don't know. I think it's too early for any of the Duprees to get taken out.
True. Yeah. And well, we'll see. We shall see. All right. So next scene, Eva and Chelsea, and then Kat and Samantha. So 1833. Let's do this. Actually, that is the next scene. Hold on. Go figure. Never mind. Let me just press play.
That night, before I passed out from my injuries, I mean, all I could think about were the people who had come into my life. The people that I grew to love, and the ones that I hoped would love me.
Unfreaking believable. Are you seeing this?
I think it's nice.
There is nothing nice about Chelsea falling for Eva's whole woe is me soft launch trauma tour.
Aunt Eva almost died. Chelsea's just being
Manipulated. But that is what Eva does. She performs. She cries on cue.
I don't know. This feels real.
It's not. Trust me.
Diana, you want to take this one first?
I was like, wow, first episode I can record. I've been feeling so conflicted about this whole situation because I think multiple arguments could be made for how this all went about. You know, like who's really to blame. Ultimately, I think it's going to be all Eva's fault. Mostly joking, but you know, it's, you know, I have smoke for Chelsea because it's like, girl, you asked Kat like one day post operation, like you might as well have just hopped on after Bad Mojito, you know, proposed and been like, oh, you know, by the way, can we also do like a live about you donating your liver to a person who ruined your life? Like, so I'm also like, you know, her being pushy about it, so we'll never forget, and still, you know, side eye a lot. I side-eyed Kat because I really don't think she should have approved it. She shouldn't have approved this at all. I think she'd have been like, no, like, or leave us out of it. You know, just been like, go live at a hospital or something. Also, sorry, now that I say this, is this the appropriate venue for a live, y'all? Like, did Orphe Jeans provide like a filming license for this? Just makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, you're telling me if I'm going for a piece of red velvet cake and I just happen to walk in, 50,000 people are going to just see me? Like, no, this is not okay. I'm sorry. I thought she was a professional. I thought this setup, not okay with me. So already we're starting off bad.
Well, 50,000 people seeing you like they saw Andre.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you better hope that you're not doing anything you shouldn't be doing, because the Duprees just be filming anywhere for just any important occasion. It does not matter. So couldn't help but notice that. Like, it just boggles my mind. And obviously it's all because of Andre, but this was, we could have, you know, Danny could have found Andre somewhere else. I don't know. Like, we didn't need to do this live stream at Orphe Jeans. That's all I'm saying. Third of all, Eva. Oh my God. I don't think she said anything necessarily bad, right? But was there a little bit of like emotional manipulation there? Sure. But the problem is, it's like, I do think she meant it, but I'm just like, girl, just keep her name out of your mouth. Like, the people who I wished would love me, and like an artful tear just goes down her face. Like, I'm like, girl, just stop.
You
Just stop.
You do not believe anything this woman says. You
Well,
are.
she's just so into, like, I don't understand. Like, she knows that she caused a problem, right? Like, she knows that she did something wrong. And even then, when, Chelsea's like, well, Kat's not going to be in it. And Eva, with an attitude in her voice, was like, even after everything, like, she doesn't owe you anything. She gave you her liver. What else do you want from her? And then when Chelsea respectfully put her in her place and was like, you hurt me with what you did to my family. It wasn't like Eva, like, put up pretenses. She's like, oh, I understand. Like, all meek and stuff. And it's like what it's like the conversation that her and Kat had, right? Is that Eva definitely gaslighted Kat, right? And I think she's still doing it. And I think people still aren't seeing it. But ultimately, I also, I have heat for Kat because I'm just like, your whole tour of that dream that you had of something that never happened, and you're here like, I feel like I'm a new person. Like, if I were Kat, I'd have kept that shit I would have kept that to myself. No one would have known that I've grown as a person. No one, there's been no revelations. There have been no, no new light, no scene from the other side. Would have kept that to myself, and no one would have been the wiser. But that's also what I think messes this up, is that dream of that never happened, where she was in her shoes, puts a lot of, like, expectations on Kat. And I think that's, honestly, it's not necessarily Kat, right? It's like the writing and how that happened. Like, we did not need to see that. And so, as viewers, I think we expect her to move on. So her kind of being like, why did Chelsea do that, even though I gave her permission, it like makes her character look bratty. And that's a lot of people already think that about Kat. And I understand, and I see, I can see where they come from, but I don't think the writing is, like, doing that relationship justice. Like, I just honestly wish Kat never had that dream, and that they never have to force Eva on Kat. That's it.
Well, I can tell you that I am loving this still right now, and I plan on using this for the thumbnail of how Chelsea is hugging her new cousin and everything. It's a beautiful moment. So, yeah.
They're not even related. So, cousin by marriage. They might as well just be, like, pen pals. I don't know what.
Yeah, this is a very interesting situation. Kat was definitely acting like a brat. And the thing is that I would be fine with her being upset, because Kat can be petty at times and very childish, but also she can be very mature. However, for this particular situation, she's the one who okayed it. She said, yes, you can do it, but leave my name out of it, which is what they did. Kat's name is Renee in this. So it's like, okay, Kat, we kept your name out of it. We did the live stream to bring awareness to organ donors and stuff. What's the issue? And now Kat is like, oh, well, she's manipulating people. How is she manipulating people? She's just telling her story.
I think it's not necessarily people. It's Chelsea, right? It's just Chelsea. The live stream, whatever. I just don't think she realized that Chelsea would be, like, falling at Eva's feet like that she is now. And I think I can see the validity in that too. I can see why Kat would feel threatened by that relationship for me, because I'm sorry, Chelsea has the worst, how do I say this? Social awareness on the show, even, like, with Madison. She became buddy with Madison's mom, and that was a point of contention, right? And it's like, girl, you knew that your girlfriend had a problem with the mom, but here you are trying to play both sides of it. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. The whole, still justice for Laura, because again, it's just like, I can see how you're growing. No, you would grow when you admit to what you did to Laura. That's when I know you're a new person. And that's it. That's gonna be my, just until that happens. That's what I'm gonna just fall back on. There's no growth here.
First of all, with Chelsea, she stood on business still. She even told Eva, like, girl, we can't get close like that because of what you did to Kat and so on and so forth. She called out Eva in this episode. Second of all, Justice for Laura,
and then what? And then what?
she still held Eva accountable. Second of all, justice for Laura has now passed. Laura has been compensated with the necklace from Anita. So Laura is good now. So justice for Laura is over.
So not only the Duprees have to pay the Thomas debts. Also, you said that necklace was janky. You called it, what else did he call it? You said not good enough. You're like, I guess. You're like, it's kind of cute. I think I heard the word small in there in your rant, and you're like, oh, they couldn't have given her a raise. So I don't know what kind of debt clearance you think that is, but funny how you switch up from one day to another.
What are you talking about switch up? I'm just being myself. Me and Eva, we like that sometimes.
The switch up is real, y'all.
But yeah, Laura's been compensated. So let's go ahead and move. Let's go ahead and move to the next thing. What is Andre? Okay, 2250. Start here.
Now, I'm not gonna front. I used to be real iffy about organ donation. I hear a lot of people.
It's funny how he's right there in the background. He wasn't caught. He was caught over that part. And when Vanessa and Danny started talking, when they noticed that he was in the background, Danny started getting nervous, where it was like, oh God, not another bill type of situation. Even though Danny was like, she probably deserves it after what she did. But then come to find out, it's like, well, he just stopped by Orphe Jeans to get something for Danny and stuff. I told someone in the comments about this whole Andre situation. I'm hoping that there isn't like a baby's mama that's about to jump out, or a past ex-wife or something that's going to show up. Maybe, and it was like, it would be funny if that was the case, but it's probably just some unrequited love or something like that. And what I'm hoping for is that it's an upgrade from Ashley, because we do not want him spinning the block when it comes to Ashley. But that's mostly what I have. Like, Andre is a stand-up guy, and I don't see him doing too much with whatever this is. At least not while he is still under the impression that Danny has been faithful. That's my little 2 cents. What about you, Diane?
Yeah, do you like these pants this week, or are these the same pants?
No, those pants are trash.
Okay.
But yeah.
I was annoyed with the whole situation with Danny being like, oh my God, what is he doing? And blah, blah, blah. I don't like the projection. And I'm like, who are you to speak? So that whole thing annoyed me, because I'm just like, girl, just the call is coming from inside the house at this point. This whole thing with Andre, my guess is that it's going to be an ex. I still don't know about ex-wife. If it's an ex-wife, it's definitely going to be like he's divorced. I don't think he's the type of person to get married while he still is married, right? Like, I think he probably got divorced. My guess is that he left her because he got too, flighty. What that's kind of in his character. Like, he doesn't grow roots, or he doesn't put down roots because he's afraid of loss or whatever. So my guess is that he fell in love with the girl, and then panicked and left, filed for divorce and left her. And she left her kind of blindsided, right? And like, oh, I can't do this. And just got up and left. And that's
Mhm.
probably why he came into town. And now that whole thing with Ashley came up, or maybe it was Ashley. Maybe that's what it was, right? Like he's like, oh no, I actually love her. I can't do
Mm,
that.
I rebuke that.
Which would I hope that's not what it is. But I do think it's a previous relationship. I think it's probably a situation like that, right? Where he just left. And she's bitter because she's like, I lost a good man.
Well, I don't know about bitter because if she was, she wouldn't send the champagne. I think she send black roses or something and congratulate him.
Well, it was a no. It's just like, I hope you have the happiness you deserve, or something. You get everything you deserve, which is like, you know how like
You know
there's
what?
like a passive
Maybe,
aggressive phrase now.
yeah, but maybe she left him and did that. Maybe she wasn't ready.
Well, he's freaking out. That's my thing. He's not taking this like, oh wow, like someone remembered me. He's sweating. So I don't know. I think he did the hurting.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm curious. Who hurt who? Or was it mutual? Who knows? But I guess we'll find out. They're setting this up. And also things have been picking up a little bit. I will give them that. Still not where I want it to be, but it has been picking up a little bit. And we'll take the win on that one. What's the next scene that we have here? Oh, Bill and Hayley with Kat and Chelsea. Okay, so 3018. Let's start here. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's go.
Awareness about organ donation. That would just be unhinged, even by Dupree Sanders.
You really don't know Kat. She might be Nicole's daughter, but she is cut from the same cloth as her Aunt Danny. You know how petty she can be when she feels she's been wrong.
Oh, I'm fully aware.
Listen, Eva did not cross a line with Kat. She burned it, salted the earth, and danced on the ashes.
And now your precious daughter is cozying up to her.
I hope Chelsea and Kat don't fall out over this.
Oh, well, look who decided to show up.
Hey, I'm sorry I'm so late. After the live stream, I had a lot of comments to respond to.
I'm glad it was such a big hit.
Everything all right?
Positively peachy. Why do you ask?
Okay, we'll go into the other part of the scene because, like I was telling Diane, I want to include it for context with this conversation. And yeah, this is like the bratty version showing that I was talking about I don't care for sometimes with her. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it and do that.
Understand why you're mad at me.
Isn't it obvious?
You knew I was planning to do the live, you knew it was with Eva, and I did what you asked by leaving you out of it. So what's your malfunction?
It's because, once again, All About Eva couldn't wait to step into the spotlight and play her most iconic role, the victim.
That's not fair. Eva didn't even know I was gonna ask her to do the live.
She doesn't need a lot of prep time, Chels. She's been rehearsing for this her whole life.
Are you sure you watched the right stream? Eva credited a fake-named donor for saving her life. She gave you your privacy and your flowers.
Oh, I never said she wasn't a committed thespian.
Come on.
No, you come on. Do you have any idea how it felt sitting here, watching my cousin and best friend comforting the woman who ruined my life? Eva already won over my dad, my boyfriend, my brother, my niece. Hell, even my own mother gives her a pass for reasons I cannot understand. And now, she finally got to you, too.
Kat, wait.
Diana, do you want to take this one?
I'll just say, justice for Bill, y'all. We cannot let Hayley poison that man I always thought that Bill was wise and just so knowledgeable. Like, he really is the fixer in this family, and I just don't think his daughters are doing enough, to help him. And I'm really hoping that changes because he deserves so much more.
Everyone, Gators, clearly Diana has stepped away from the computer. And even though she accused me of using AI, she has now used AI to fill in for her during this podcast. Because that Diana that I just heard, that isn't the one. Not after that one accused me of switch it up. So, yeah. Like I said, this is Bratty Cat, and I make it clear I like Cat. Cat is cool. She just has her moments. Again, I can't give Cat any grace on this because she was the one that okayed the live stream. Now, if she said, Chelsea, don't you put that heifer on the live stream with you, don't do it. And if Chelsea did it anyway, then I would be on Cat's side. Because Cat would have told her, like, don't do it. And, but because Cat okayed all of this, it's not Eva's fault that she's a likable person once you get to know her. And
is she?
I tell you, there's always haters and haters. She is a likable person. That's why Chelsea's like, oh, okay, she's not that bad once she got to know Eva. But again, Chelsea still held her accountable. It's like, girl, you do realize what you did, right? So, yeah, it's this whole thing with Kat and Eva, they will end up getting closer. Because like I said, the day she went to visit Eva and like thanked her for telling Tomas that he should have went to Kat first to get permission, so on and so forth, and as she was leaving and that little smile on her face, that already let me know the writers are bringing them closer. This is just, I don't want to say a deep fake or whatever, but it's just like, this is noise, what's going on right now. There, some other stuff will happen where Eva and Kat will actually have a moment. I think the writers will set it up where it's like, how sometimes, because this has happened to me before, where I don't really like someone, but they say something funny and I catch myself laughing. And I'm like, damn it, why did I laugh at that joke? I don't like this person. But I feel like it's going to be that type of situation where something happens and they interact with each other and they end up having a good interaction, but not intentionally. And then it turns into something else. That's where I think the writers might go with that, with them getting closer, because they will get closer. So yeah, I don't know. Diana, you got it.
Yeah, I've never experienced that situation because I keep people accountable, but it's fine. Can't relate. I do think the scene is annoying it's for a lot of reasons, right? Like, I really don't think it was necessary. And I think, and people were, I've looked at comments online and all that and trying to look at both sides of it. And I think ultimately, I think there is a good point where it's not about the show. It's not the fact that Eva hopped on. I just think that Kat didn't realize like what she was signing off on. And that's why I'm like, Kat, you should have never said that it was okay in the first place. You were still delusional. Again, you're still like a day post-op, like you were feeling really chummy about it. I don't know if Chelsea asked her right now in this moment, like, let's just pretend this didn't happen, if Kat still would have said yes. It's not about the show. It's not that Eva did the show. I think it's just Kat being threatened that yet another person is accepting Eva, and it's not on her terms, right? I think Kat can allow things when it's on her terms, which is hence why, it took so long for her to say yes to the transplant, right? It's everybody in her ear saying, like, you have to do this, you're a terrible person if you don't do this, like, we hate you, all this stuff, Isaiah and Andre. You
Wow.
know, like you know, all these people trying to pressure her to do something and it's not on her terms. That's where she gets like kind of lost, right? So this whole, I think if it was, you know, Kat fostering the relationship between Eva and Chelsea, I think it would go a lot better because she's not in control of it, that's why she's freaking out. But again, I do find this kind of annoying because it's, what is it, one step forward, two steps back, because we didn't need that dream. Like, I, you know, like this whole thing, like, I thought you're over it. Like, we didn't need that dream. That dream did nothing. It all goes back to that for me, at least. It's just, I think Kat's in her right to just never speak to that lady ever again. And here we are, being forced to talk to her. Also, again, I mean, I still think Bill is getting everything he deserves right now, but the fact that he can see Kat more clearly than Ted can, and even her mom, I think says a lot. And I think that's, Bill does respect Kat in a way, and again, sees her as well as he sees the people around him, because Ted has paid Kat dust this whole time. You know, I think yesterday's episode, or the, you know, the day before, where Kyle was like, "Oh, well, I know where your dad's coming from," and Eva's like, "He's so protective of me," and all this stuff. Not only did Eva specifically tell Ted, "Hey, you need to focus on Kat more," he did none of that. Instead, he's like, "Let me take Shanice on a date in my office and really romance her." You know, like,
are leaving stuff out. He did have milkshakes with Kat. Let's be clear. So it's not like he ignored her. They had milkshakes together. So let's.
Oh, when he's like, "Hey, yeah, I'm having relationship issues too. Can you help me out with my girlfriend?" Yeah, that was so endearing. You're right. How can I forget?
Wow. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the ladies of the hour.
Oh, if you're looking for Joey, he had to do something out on the floor.
I'm sorry, who the hell are you?
Wow. You didn't really think you were the only woman in Joey's life now, did you?
That look on Vanessa's face, she's like, "Bitch, I'll snatch you out this chair."
And I'd be like, "Try it." Like, that, there's no need for that energy from Vanessa. Like, that really irked me too. I'm like, girl, like, this man is not worth that energy. Or maybe you're seeing him as a type. Blonde, clearly. I mean, maybe you should question that.
Yeah, I was thrown off because I'm like, how did you not figure out that that's Heather? If you see a woman because first of all, Joey is funny about who comes up in there. Let's be clear on that. And
I'm just saying, Leslie's been there. Leslie.
That's because of the security. That was bad security that day. But for the most part, if Joey leaves someone alone in that room, leaving them completely alone, that should have been a clue. Like, okay, he trusts this person. Who would he trust to leave? What woman would he trust to leave alone? The only woman I know about is Heather, and then Vanessa should have been able to put two and two together. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, they come in hot, right? I think there was another episode. Sorry, I'm like going back because I didn't get to talk about it with you, but you know, Danny coming in hot when Hayley's about to be like, cheers to it. She's like, what do you have to cheers about? It's like, girl, let her finish. Like, ask a question and then make a judgment. That's what irks me about this too. It's like, you could have really finessed some information out of this, but you had to come in all hot and territorial out of a man that no one else in this world wants. So, but more power to you.
Wow. Well, let's go ahead and go to the next scenes for this coming week, which we're recording this Sunday night. And yeah, let's see what we're in for this coming week.
Next on Beyond the Gate.
Are you falling in love with Carlton or Kyle?
You still know me better than anyone.
I want to paint the town red.
Apparently, Mother requests our appearance at Uptown. What are you doing?
Oopsie! I don't know how you left that in your bedroom, alone and unattended.
What do you suggest, Hayley? Huh? What are you saying? That I should ban my daughters from coming in my house?
Oh, it's only your house?
I don't sling drinks and I don't shuffle cards. And I'm not a sex worker. But I did share a bed with Joey for many, many years.
I think this Heather and Vanessa thing is gonna be funny.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the only interesting part for me was the argument that Bill's gonna have with Hayley.
Really? You didn't catch the part with Nicole talking to Ted and her saying, well, you're the only one who really knows. I keep on telling people, I said it in the comments. And that's why I was talking about doing the petition because I mentioned this in the comments too, doing a petition to bring the firemen back. And then I said, maybe he can be Shanice's love interest when Ted goes back to Nicole.
No, not for Shanice. I think she's lost her privilege of fine men. But no,
wow.
I think that conversation is gonna go. He's like, "Do you love them?" And she's gonna be like, "You know me better than anyone else." And it's gonna be like, "I don't give my heart easily," or something like that. Like, she's gonna be like, "No," and you know why, or you know me, like, I don't fall easily, or something like that. It's just gonna be like a non-conversation.
I don't know. I think it will be another clue that Nicole is realizing she made a mistake, leaving Ted, divorcing Ted. So I guess we'll see for this week.
I mean, I don't think she's gonna see that soon. At least not in the timeline that you're thinking of.
I think she'll see it before next year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she'll see it before. If it isn't next year, it will be April of 2027 at the latest. But at the earliest, it'll be during the holidays.
I have questions for you about my life. So like, maybe we talk after. I'm like, give me dates. Y'all, if you have anything you're wondering about in your life, put it in the comments. Casey has a crystal ball over there on his end where he can specific dates of is a promotion coming your way, is heartbreak coming your way.
It's kind of funny because in one of my which one was it? I can't remember. Was it an individual reading or a collect? For those who don't know, I do read tarot cards, and I had specifically said it would be in 16 weeks. I said it'll either be sometime in November, or I was like, or either 16 weeks from whenever. And it was funny because I recorded the reading yesterday, and then I looked, I was like, oh yeah, 16 weeks is 4 months. And then I was like, oh, it's July the 25th. 4 plus 7 is 11. That's in November. So I thought that was kind of funny. But anyways, yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. But the reason I'm saying that it'll probably be no later than April is because I think that's when their divorce happened. And by April, it will have been 2 years. Because don't forget, it's already been a year since the divorce. So next year will be 2 years. By that time, it should be enough time for her to realize that it's like, okay, I made a mistake.
Or she just adds another one to her harem. That's what I'm voting for.
Well, hopefully it won't be Carlton, or maybe it'll be somebody replacing Carlton. Let's hope for that.
I mean, we haven't seen him in a bit, so I hope he's okay. Well, not really. I don't know.
I was going to say, do we really hope he's okay?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we'll probably maybe see him again if Naomi decides to do the double mastectomy, because he's supposed to be doing her reconstruction. So, yeah. But we'll see. All righty. Well, this has been a wonderful episode. So glad to have Diana back. So glad, because you were definitely missed and needed for the show. So
I don't know about that, y'all. This might be my last week. I'm like, you did fine.
Don't you dare. I won't let you. I can't give you a raise.
You already gave my job away. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time.
Don't be jealous of Elise. As a matter of fact, I have to introduce you to Elise. She is a trip.
Elise is like Eva. Like you're my Chelsea, and Elise is your Eva. I'm Kat. Like, oh, you chummy now? Like, I'm gone for 10 minutes and already it's fine. All right. I see how it is.
You're
love cool like that.
You'll like Elise too when you meet her. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, everyone, thank you so much for all of the support, the comments, the likes, the shares, the subscribing, all of that other good stuff. We appreciate it. And until next time, Gators.
Bye.